I like it to be a bit shiny and glossy. My name is Linda and today I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks to be applying your base and your eye makeup. I'm going to start with applying the base. You want to make sure you get a good base before you're going to start applying your makeup. I'll start off with the primer. It's going to look a lot nicer, it's going to stay on better, and it's going to give you the base to work on. So I like to use my fingers for the primer. I just want to be sure that you're applying it everywhere. And then I'm going to mix up the Genifique with the foundation. The Genifique is normally a serum, but if you're gonna mix it to your foundation, just like 1 or 2 drops and it gives you a nice overall glow. So this foundation is a bit warmer, but as you can see, I haven't really seen the sun for a long time. And I'm just mixing a few drops here. You can do it whatever you like. If you like to use your fingers, you can use your fingers. But for me, I think if you like buffer it in, it just really looks nice and even. And with my fingers, it can get a bit messy and I forget it's on my fingers and I'm start touching my face and clothes and it doesn't end very well. Well, that looks fine, I think. What do you think? It looks quite natural, but you can add a bit more if you want to. Then I'm going to use some concealers. You can cover up a few blemishes you might have or a bit under the eye area. So, and you want to make sure to dab that in so it stays in the same place. Okay, that looks fine. And then I'm going to use the Lancôme stick foundation for contouring. So we're going to contour and highlight today. I got one that's a little bit darker than my skin and one more like a lighter one. So I like to go in with the darker one first. So with contouring, you want to be sure to have a good look at your face and see where you want to create the shadows, what you want to highlight. So I like to bring it under my cheekbones, add a bit by the hairline or like the jawline to make it a bit more stronger and to create a bit more like definition in the face. So I start off by going under the cheekbone so you can see it's a bit darker than the skin, a bit around the hairline. So I'm getting the brush and I'm just starting by blending it out. The only thing you want to be sure that you're doing is you're blending it in the same direction as you applied it. Now I'm gonna get the light stick foundation and I am just going to highlight a few areas. So I like to apply a little bit around here again to bring it out a bit on the center of the forehead and around here. It will also give you a tiny bit more coverage if you need to. And I think in combination with the foundation we used before, it will give a really nice finish. And then you just want to blend it out. And I like to blend it out straight here again to keep the effect of the darker one, of the contour. And then for the under eye area, I like to tap that in. So then you have your base. Again, I want to make sure to let it sink in for a minute before we're going to apply the highlighter. This one is the Click and Glow. It's really pretty. Tap that on the cheekbones. It's also nice to apply a little bit like on the Cupid's bow. They will bring your lips out a bit more as well. And now I am going to use a bit of bronzer. So I like to use a big fluffy brush for bronzer. That way you won't get any lines or streaks and it's just nice and easy to blend everything out. Without bronzer, I feel like it's not, you have to have like a little bit of bronze. Oh yeah, top tip is never forget your ears. Like sometimes I bronze my whole face and I forget my ears and then you have like white ears. So you want to get the ears and bring it down the neck as well. And now you want to bring a little bit of more, you want to bring some color back in your face. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this. I like to work from my hands, that way you won't go in too extreme with the blusher. So you want to be sure to smile, that way you apply it on the apple of the cheeks. So that's it. Now we've done the base, a bit of bronze, a bit of color in the face, and we're ready to go to the eyes. I'm going to start off with doing my eyebrows first. That way you will frame your face and will make your eyeshadow also come out a lot better. It's like a brush with a tint in it. So it will give you the tint and you can also make them like big and bushy. And if you want, you can apply more. So I like always to brush my hairs upwards. That way it gives you the arch as well. So you can see it gives them a bit more color and makes them a bit bigger. And then if you want to, you can build it up to get a bigger and bolder effect. I think this is quite nice to go for. So you always want to brush your hair upwards. And you can see straight away how that brings out your eyes, how it frames your face. And then we are ready to continue with eyeshadows. For eyeshadows, I like to start off with applying bronzer in the crease. That way it will bring out your crease a bit more, it will give a bit more definition here. I'm starting by applying the grayer one a bit more in the corners of the crease. You want to go from lighter to dark to dark. You just want to keep building, building, building until you're happy with it. So don't go in straight away with the darker one, just take your time. Then add a tiny bit more of the grey one in the crease to smoke it up a bit. Then I'm getting the dark blue black one and again tap it off, and then applying that in the corners. And I like to bring my lower lash with the eye look. I feel like if you apply the same colors on the lower lashes, it will like complete the eyes. Then I'm getting one of the shimmery ones and I'll be using this one. You just want to pop that on the rest of your eyelid. And a bit of the peachy one as well. Then I'm grabbing the little brush again and using the same colors I used here. I'm using it under my low lash line. So I'm using the grey one first. And then I'm grabbing the black one and I'm just applying that in the corners again for my low lash line. And then getting the bronzer and the big brush again and just blend everything together. Then as well, what I think always makes it finishes is if you get the lighter one again and just pop a bit in the corners of your eyes. And pop a little bit under the brows. So, again, I like to just do that with my fingers. So, then your eyes are finished and you want to finish up with a bit of mascara. This is the Mr. Big Monsieur Big mascara. I really like this mascara. It has fibers in them, so it really gives you like extreme big lashes, and I like my lashes to be big. But the worst thing is if you just apply your mascara and then you sneeze and like all your mascara is like little lines around there. So I like to put the mascara on my low lashes as well because I feel like it makes you awake straight away. Like now I feel like it still looks a bit small, but once you put it on your low lashes, it will open up your eyes. So, and then I'm getting the eyeliner to finish everything off. This one is the Grandiose liner. So the nice thing about this one is you can twist it and that way you have like the right angle to work with. So I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit on the lash line. And instead of like making one straight line, it's better to like make like tiny little ones. And then I like to get the eyeliner as well and make tiny little dots between my low lashes because it like makes your like lashes look bigger and longer. So just get the liner and apply little dots between the lashes. I just really like the mascara. It just gives you really full big lashes without looking like spidery. There you go, finished. So now we're gonna finish the looks by applying lipstick because I think you always need something on your lips. So I'm using this lip liner first. I want to go for quite a nude lip because I think the eyes are quite like smoky, so I want to have like a neutral lip. And I'm just going to line the lips. And you want to sketch it. You don't want to make any harsh line, but you just want to sketch it on the lips. And this took me actually the longest to learn my lip liner because you have to be so precise. So then to get a bit more definition in your lips, I like to make it a bit darker in the corners and then make like 2 lines in the middle. That way it gives like your lips more shape. It has a little brush on this side, so you can just blend out the line a little bit if you want to. Then I'm getting the gloss. This one is number 222. It's really sparkly and glossy. I like it to be a bit shiny and glossy. Finished. Bonjour Lancôme.